In 1992, Troy McGuirk joined San Diego's Sharp Shadow rugby team and led them to 3 straight national championships. His dedication and commitment to winning earned him a position on the U.S. squad that won Paralympic gold in Sydney 2000. Known around the league as a confident field general, McGuirk was inducted into the Wheelchair Rugby Hall of Fame in 2017.
32 years, 3 titles from the U.S., what is it now? What are we now? We're not the USWRA anymore. We're the USWRA. So I had 3 titles there as a player, 5 as a coach, 2 world championships, 95, 98 with USA, 2000 Paralympic gold medal, assistant coach in 2012 in London. The head coach didn't retire, so I did.
Troy, definitely you've been around the block in the best possible way. You've been to the top. You've seen the sport grow, not really from its infancy, but from the days when people were just making modifications to, general daily chairs and adding tubing and whatnot. Now you're actually working for a company that makes a formal chair. What are some of the most significant changes that you've seen in the course of 3 decades?
Well, we've got our chair specs to where they're fair for everybody. It's one big thing. And technology, being able to have a chair with anti-tips, have wings that are built right, and all the stuff that you're not building in a garage, having a manufacturer do it, is just a huge difference in the way our game's played today. Our game's faster today than it was back then. I was just telling somebody the other day that after a season of playing with no anti-tips and losing a game because I was falling backwards because I didn't have any anti-tips, the next season I had an anti-tip on my chair.
It seems to me that most of the chair manufacturers have faded away from making the rugby chair, probably because of expense and durability and just everything to do with it. We looked at a lot of different chairs yesterday. What are the primary materials that are used to make a quad or a rugby chair, wheelchair rugby chair, so tough?
Right now it's aluminum and bracing. So over the years, we've figured out where our chairs are cracking and breaking, and we've added extra braces to that area. Yeah, do you have a little bit heavier of a chair? But in our sport, weight, in my mind, isn't really that big of a deal.
When you're looking at buying a chair and wanting to achieve the highest level, what kind of money are you spending?
You're in the $8,000 to $10,000, depends on options. Most of your amputees are over $10,000 because knee blocks and ball holders. Most of your other chairs are in the $8,000 area, 85.
In that 3 decades that you were seeing rugby evolve, who are some of the players that you would highlight along the way?
Well, myself. I've been lucky to be surrounded by a lot of great players. We're just talking about Rick Draney. Rick Draney is, I actually saw him at the beach a couple days before I broke my neck. And then I met him after I broke my neck, and it was just one of those things. I remember him. He taught me how to play tennis. He taught me how to play the game, the rugby game. We were teammates for years, teammates on USA. Eddie Crouch, which is here, still playing in his 60s. So I've been fortunate to be surrounded by a lot of great people and great players.
If as a basic historian of the game, if you had to look at the future of the game, where do you see it going?
I think our game is pretty much plateaued right now. I see maybe changes in, instead of 12 seconds to get a ball over half court, maybe 10. Maybe instead of 10 seconds to inbound the ball, we have 8. Different things like that. Maybe shortening our shot clock. Maybe getting rid of our timeouts. I know France has talked about that, getting rid of timeouts and stuff like that. So I think there are some different little things that we can change, but for the most part, I think our game's pretty grounded where it's at.
Of all the things that you accomplished during your time in the game, what would you say is most significant?
2000 Sydney was the pivotal of my highlight. Being able to go Paralympics. My dad missed going to the Olympics by a touch in swimming. My sister was a couple inches too short. At one time I had a chance for water polo and decided to go a different route. So to be able to have that and to bring my family together for that event, since we've all missed out on it, was pretty cool. I think Shadow really set the tempo where rugby's at today. You know, we're the first ones that didn't go to the bar until midnight. We're the first ones that really came out and had an organized warm-up and stuff like that. So I really think that helped shape the game to where it is today. You see a lot less people in the bar at night. You see a lot more people taking it seriously, wanting to get a good night's sleep, wanting to train, wanting to do everything to win.
Yeah, and that just kind of begs to ask, with Sharp, was there any particular player, coach, somebody who influenced the team to want to take it more seriously?
It was all of us together because we came from two different teams. And it was pretty much each team had their party animals, their party guys and stuff like that. And we figured out that we weren't going to win like that. So Rick was actually on one team and I was on another team, and we had 2 or 3 players from the Sharp team and 2 or 3 players from the Buccaneers, I think it was at the time. And we got together and said, we want to win. And so our first year together, we came in 3rd. And our second year, we won a national title, and we went to win 3 more, and then be another couple finals, losing by 1 point to Lakeshore. So we put together a nice 5-year dynasty in a roundabout way. So yeah, there's where I think we had a big influence on where the game is up today.